I started vlogging in 2003, before YouTube even existed. It is with heart wide open that I share with you my journey that has taken me from South Korea to now living off-grid in the middle of nowhere. Okay, I'm forgetting to film. I'm making cheese today. I almost screwed it up this morning, but it's turning out to be really good. I'm just about to salt it. It's firm, it looks so good. Can't wait to have it. There you go. By tomorrow evening, it will be ready at their best. I think it'll be good. There's 2 kilo, so it's like more than 4 pounds. It's 4.5 pounds basically. Yeah, that's a lot of cheese. Okay, now there's a lot of whey, and that's gonna go for the dogs. Divine adds it to their dry kibbles in the morning. They love it. So it begins. I'm gonna fill up the trailer and bring it over there and pile this up in preparation of the wood chipper. Let's see. Chicken emergency. It's the same chicken that has the band. Oh fuck, I'm gonna deal with that right now. Yeah, it's the egg. Don't know if it's the same one, but it's prolapsed. So she's soaking right now, and I'll go back there after 2 more trips. Have reached my limit. I don't know how many trips, maybe 8, 10. Yeah, it's tough. Not tougher than I thought. Yeah, I have to rest. My body is like... I'm gonna go show you what it looks like. The hard part is because it's like a Jenga, you know, it's all mixed. So it's really, I have to pull the branches out of underneath others, whether it's there or to get the branches out of the quad trailer. So it's very physical. So there's a lot less, but I have at least another 2 trips, maybe 3 just in this area here. And then I'm gonna have a different strategy because it's so much work. So behind over there, I'm just gonna move the branches on this side on the other side of the fence, on the inside of the fence, and I'll pick it up with the quad afterward. Jump out, don't jump out. The same chicken, the egg is completely out of her, if you can see. I'm gonna see if I can take it out. I have no idea what this is. It looks like it's an egg. And then I got this out, but there's no shell. It's good. So let's see what's gonna happen. It's just bleeding big time now. I'm gonna maybe soak her. Oh, okay. I got a cramp. She's sleeping, it seems now. Oh, she was. So she dripped a lot in the tub. She's still bleeding a little, but we'll see if she's gonna make it. You know, but I'm sure she's feeling better now. I just before coming outside, I realized that Raven had licked his wound. So I caught him a few times today and I brought him in, but anyway, when it was time, like I saw, like all the hair that was growing is gone, you know. So we just fucking went back like at least a week. So that means we have to keep this going for another 2 weeks. Yeah. A big setback, and it's his birthday today, 2 years old. Yes. And it was tough to get outside. I'm really feeling the workout from this morning, but I don't want to just sit there and feel sorry for myself. So I'm gonna do, let's go take a look. I'm gonna do the solar string light for the greenhouse. I should be able to manage that while I recover. Active recovery. Yeah, I just watched Divine's video that she released today. It's very good. Yeah, and she's very cute. I'm very proud and happy, and yeah, it's so good. What is it, Raven? What? Oh, look how it cracked here. So it really fell down here. But I think that's really good because once it dries up, it'll be pretty strong. And then we'll be able to push that. And I will figure out how to do my beds in there in such a way that it solidifies the building. Alright, so let's do a little quiz. If you look at this here, do you notice something like I just did? I've noticed that there's 3 patches of green grass. Oh, and it kind of matches the chicken tractor. So yes, that's where the chicken tractor was last year. So that's what the chicken did to the ground. You know, like it must be healthier ground if the grass is already green like that. That's pretty like amazing. And the grass was green later there as well. So that's awesome. Come on! Come on! Listen. Oh yeah. Hey, good morning. Our resident chicken is still around. She didn't die overnight. And I just bathed her, tried to clean her butt, make her poo. Yeah, it doesn't look good. I've never seen a butt look so bad. But she's eating and she's like moving around. So we're gonna let that happen. The dogs, the cat, when the dogs come in, they just smell her and then they just go about, you know. Okay, so what I do this, I'm gonna tell you my ghost stories. You know, we all have ghost stories. So mine started when I was fairly young. I was living in Saint Nicolas, and it was not a new house, but I was, you know, maybe 2-3 years old when we moved in there. Maybe 2, more like 2. But at first the basement wasn't finished, and then maybe when I was in my when I was around 6, I think, around that time, 7, my parents finished the basement, and the room, there was a room underneath my room and my parents' room, and that was like, my dad was kind of a prepper, so he had like cans and cans of everything in there, plus the wood. It was his shop and his workout room. He had his weights in there as well. And one light switch, the light switch in that room, had a very, very fucking distinctive sound to it. It was a loud click sound, you know, when you flip it up or down. And every fucking night I would hear that. And you know, I was like, I knew what sound it was, and I had always been scared, you know, like I was still scared of the dark, and I didn't want to go in the basement at that time. I never thought that there was a link or something, but anyway, I'm getting off topic. And it's like when I was an adult, that talking with my sister, I realized that she also was hearing this sound, and it was scaring me to hell. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Stay tuned. Yes, it gets better, because you know, anyway, you'll see. There was a night where both my parents were out, and when that was to happen, so I must have been 11 and my sister was 9. When that was happening, we had at least a dog in the house and one outside, and you know, we knew what to do. It was not scary at all. But that one night where the dog is in the kitchen, and holy fuck, we're both in bed, and we hear the TV turn on by itself. The TV in the living room, it turns on by itself. Like, what the fuck, you know, like, that was so scary. And then I'm in my room, my sister's in her room, and eventually, I can't remember who broke the silence, but we talked to each other to see who would go turn it off. And I think we decided to go together. Anyway, that was so scary. But there's more to it. There's a lot more. And I'll tell you in a second. 3 hours later, I made it to the canal. But look at how much there is on the side. I got out of this stretch a lot of material. A lot more than I got out yesterday. But that's because I was moving it only once. Now, I'm done. I'm gonna do something else later. It's too much. There's a lot left to do. And it's not, you know, with the skid steer and like the right attachment, this is like not hard to do physically and time-wise. But I don't have a skid steer. Look at that. So I figured I can have the chipper here and then make a pile. Hey you guys, how are you? Are you loving the sun as much as I am? Yeah? Good. Oh, Miley is coming. Miley, come with me. Okay, that was the end of my lunch break. It's so hard to get out. It's so there's a lot. There's a lot. I got a lot out of the forest. All along the fence there. Holy shit, yes. The story of the ghost. So this one is quite something. So in our living room we had like a 3-seater couch, and the TV, it was a small TV, you know, like the bigger TV was in the basement, but that small TV was maybe 20-inch, something like that. It was fairly small, and that's the one that turned on by itself. I usually sat on the 3-seater, on the seat that was closest to the TV. And then, so the other 2 seats on that couch would be on my left, okay? And the TV is in front of me, and I'm at the right of the couch. So, I mean, I can't tell you how fucking often this was happening. But I would be watching TV, and then I would be starting to talk to my sister as if she was sitting next to me, because I could feel she was there. You know, I could feel there was somebody there. And then, like, I would look to kind of, because there was no answer coming back from my sister, and then to realize that she wasn't there. And, you know, that was like, I know it happens to everybody, but that was different because it was happening so often. And it lasted for years, you know. And at one point I got so fucking fed up because it, like, I would look and I'm like, oh fuck, she's not there. And then keep watching TV, and then I would start again, talk to her. But I checked just like, and like sometimes like 3 times in a row. And I would, like, I was getting really fed up with this. I wasn't scared or anything. I was making me angry because it was just a distraction to what I was watching on TV. And one day my strategy, like my good idea, was to just move place on the couch, because it always felt like there was somebody on the last seat to the left. So that's what I did. And whenever I moved and did that, it stopped. The effect kind of stopped. And then, even later, because it, you know, that didn't stop it from happening ever. It just, oh, look at that. The fence here needs some attention. It's like I'm in the middle of a story. You fence. Where was I? Oh yeah, so it just kept going, and but at least I had a way to kind of stop that feeling from happening, was to just sit sit where that was coming from. But one day, I don't know, I must have felt very daring. I decided to look into that empty space, you know, because I didn't want to disperse. I wanted to inspect that feeling, you know. I didn't want it to go away. I wanted to look deeper into it, to kind of like try to fathom, like, what mystery, like what's happening here, you know, because that's not normal. I'm not just scared anymore. And fuck, lo and behold, I start fucking seeing somebody that's sitting on the fucking couch. But it's not like I would see somebody like you and I, but it was more like a luminous shape of like humanoid shape that was sitting on the couch on the third seat, you know, next to me. And that, you know, I got freaked, but at the same time also like, so my curiosity had no end. And but I wasn't afraid. That's the weird thing. I wasn't afraid. And I don't know like if that has anything to do with the light switch and the TV. But I after that first time that I saw that shape sitting there, fuck, I saw it so many times, you know. And in the end, all I had to do was to tell it to leave me alone, you know. Yeah, but never. After we moved, when I was like 12, we never had any other experience like that in any other house. So, and one time I remember going back to that house where I grew up and those stories come from. And Willow's getting a good pet. When we, you know, brought the topic on, have you noticed anything, you know? And they didn't want to talk about anything like that. So we don't know. On the news, Raven's wound is, he licked it again. I don't know how. It's unreal. So now I called the vet. I'm hoping that we can just put a cast on him. So, you know, that for a few weeks there's no fucking chance he's gonna lick it. I'm going for the third day work in that little spot I cut. Divine is off today because she's working Saturday. So she's gonna help me. We're gonna pull more stuff out of there. But to make our life easier, I'm gonna spend some time with the chainsaw in there to try to facilitate our lives when it's time to move it out. Okay, it's a nice day. It's not too cold, it's not too warm, no bugs. So, perfect for this. Oh, it looks very different now. But this is a huge improvement in terms of fireproof. It's not the same look, but I feel safer about this. So especially once all that material is gone, it can't burn. It'd be just a grass fire, and a grass fire wouldn't threaten the house. So if there's a fire in the area, I think I have plenty of time to cut the remaining trees that would need to be cut, and yeah, because it doesn't happen like just like that unless it's 1 kilometer away like it was once. Unreal. Divine and I will just focus on clearing this up, this area here. This here, I can worry about that another time, and we'll do just what we can do physically. Hi. Hi, baby. What is that? What are you sniffing at? Is that a bird? Is that a present from Bond? Hmm? Yes. Yes. It's dead. It's not gonna live. Bond killed it. Yeah. Hi, Miley. We're done. But not done, but done for today. There's like, maybe we're just halfway if I want to do it perfect. It's unreal the amount of work it demands. Like, at least here now, I feel pretty good about this, because that'll be pretty hard to have a fire really going in this. Especially once it dries up, the needles will fall. I can go back with the chainsaw. Here too, we remove some, and then this is further away, so I'm not too worried, but I've got some area back there to do. Yeah, she's not doing so good. I think I'm at the stage where I'm gonna have to kill her tonight when I get back home from town. I'm gonna give her a little bit of time, but no hopes. So I'm on my way to town now to resupply food, deliver. Divine sold a lot of tomato seedlings. I don't know how much money, but it's like over 50 bucks of seedlings that she sold. And we have 6 dozens of eggs to sell. So that's good. I'm gonna pick up groceries and the wood I need to build the stairs to go to the top of the RV building. Greg and Katie are coming on Thursday, but I'm meeting them Monday. We're gonna have a poutine. They'll be on their way and we'll see them again on Thursday. Friday, I'm picking up the chipper. So Saturday, I'm doing the chipper all day. At the end of the day, I'm bringing it back and going to town to for the beer fest. In the last 3 days of removing the branches and trees from that area that I cut, I've been trying to work on finding the balance, because you know, last Sunday was a retreat that I had with my friends online, and the theme was dynamic stability. So like, you know, balance is never stagnant or not moving. There's all, like, it's like in nature, you know, like the population of rabbit is always fluctuating, and the population in relationship to the population of coyotes and lynx. So the same thing with the deer. Everything is, there's a balance, but it's never the same balance. After the retreat, I started kind of like being able to sense when the stuff I did or the way I was thinking, if it had balance or not. And balance in the sense that towards what's good for me and the other side what's not good for me. That kind of balance. So on the first day that I did the wood, I actually stopped closer to the right moment, and if you know, I went over the balance in the direction of not good for me, in the sense that I overdid it physically a little bit. But to stop that early, I had to not do what I usually do, which is to like get in the zone and try to get it done in the amount of time that I wanted to get it done. And when I get like that, then my like the quality of my work, my standards are lower, and the stuff that I'm doing is like butchy. So I didn't go there. I decided to stop, and you know, I was tired, hurt physically, but I stopped. And then the next day I went further in the imbalance. I waited even longer to stop, and yesterday even longer, because I was like, while divine is helping me, let's do it, you know, let's get as much done while I have somebody here to help me. Because if I was to stop, divine would have stopped as well. So, and you know, that's why last night when I went to bed, that 13 hours allowed me to recover some sort of balance that I had lost, you know. Something that is really weird is wearing these shoes for the first time in months. All I've been wearing are these boots, so these ones, and this, my inside shoes, and this recently for driving to town. So now, because I'm wearing my shoes like this for the first time like in months, it feels so weird. It feels like my feet are naked. It's incredible. I feel so light. I'm so... I don't think it can be just the effect of putting lighter shoes, you know. But it's like, it's amazing. I feel like I stretched and I'm like, you know, ready. I'll tell you later, but the greenhouse, we have more challenges. So let me tell you about what I'm doing though right now. So I'm gonna do the fascia. So I'm gonna go install it. So this is me figuring out the soffit. I'm not gonna make the same mistake. I bought the J channel, which is this here. I know I'm gonna need 6 feet, but and this goes like that into it. So I guess this, okay, because it's gonna hang. Just a minute. That's why I'm thinking about it before I install anything. So it's gonna go like that. It's gonna be no. I'm gonna go install it. Then I'll show you the snips. So let's see. It might be faster and easier. So far so good. I'm convinced that this is better than the grinding. Yeah. There's a little black spot on the sun today. Be happy. It actually looks the way it should. Looks good. Now with like a trim over the roof and the 2x6 that cover like that. See? Now look almost like we paid for it to get it done, you know? Is that? Here. I had to call the chicken. Miley, what is this? There's water. It's water and blood coming out of the chicken. Miley.